Hello friends and welcome to a reading vlog. I know I'm doing a sit down intro for this reading vlog, which is a little bit different than I usually do, but I kind of wanted to give a brief intro, kind of explain what I'm doing because I didn't want to just like throw you into the video and you not kind of understand what's going on. And I kind of wanted to intro the people that are participating in this video with me, but this is part one. I'm going to do a part two pretty much right after this, so you'll see the part two like a week after part one, but this is part one of me reading books recommended to me by some of my booktube friends. So I asked some friends of mine who have booktube channels if they wanted to recommend me a book for me to read and kind of just do a vlog with and give my thoughts and stuff as I read them, and they were all so sweet and said yes and gave me such good recommendations, and I love everyone participating in this video. I will have all their channels linked down below, but this is part one, so I have 3 friends who recommended me books in this video, and then part 2 will have my other 3 friends and their 3 book recommendations. But I had to split it up because I feel like this would have been a really long vlog if I had all 6 in one. So I did want to, you know, kind of make it a little bit easier. So let me introduce the people that said yes and let you know what their book recommendations were. So the first person that recommended a book for me is Katrina. Her channel, I believe, is just called Katrina Brown, and she is such a sweet, lovely, kind person. I follow her on obviously YouTube but also on Instagram, and she's just so sweet. So please go subscribe if you aren't subscribed already. That would be nice. I feel like you should subscribe to everyone. I'm gonna say that, but I will have everyone's channels linked down below again in case you needed to hear that a second time. But she so graciously accepted. She recommended to me Kindred by Octavia E. Butler. This is a science fiction novel, which is something that I don't read too much. I was a little apprehensive, but I've heard so many people talk about this book and they absolutely love it. It is about a black woman who is in the year 1976, and she ends up time traveling back to the antebellum South. So that is the book that Katrina recommended for me, and I am so excited. The next lovely individual that gave me a book recommendation is Alex from the Booktubers. She is, again, I feel like I'm gonna say this about everyone. She is so kind, she is so sweet. I love Alex's channel. She always has the most insane books to talk about that I've never heard of. She's always opening my eyes to all these like vintage horror novels. She's so cool. She recommended to me Cold Moon Over Babylon by Michael McDowell. I have never read a Michael McDowell book. I know. But I've heard so many people talk about this book, and I've heard it is so good. I've heard so many good things about it. What this one is about a typical sleepy town called Babylon, where a family, the Larkin family, suffered a terrible tragedy, and now their 14-year-old daughter is going to be murdered. And then I assume there is a ghost coming to seek revenge. The ghost is going to be the one to do the revenge, which sounds very interesting to me. Otherwise, I don't know too much about it. I want to go into a lot of these blind, but I've heard nothing but good things about this book and good things about Michael McDowell, so I am so happy that Alex recommended this one for me, and I can't wait to read it. Okay, next up and the last person for part 1 is Nakia from Nakia's Hideaway. Again, I know this is just gonna be literally, it's just gonna be me saying I love Nakia. I do. She's so funny. Her videos always make me laugh. I feel like she is so real about the books that she reviews. She's gonna tell you that she doesn't like a book, and I love hearing her opinions. She always makes me laugh. She's so sweet. I love Nakia. I know I'm saying the same thing about everyone. I'm sorry. I love everybody that's a part of this video. I don't know what you want me to say, but she recommended to me a book that I only know about because of her and I haven't read yet, and I am very, very, very excited to read it, and it is The One by John Mars. I know she loves this book. When she talked about it in her video, I was very intrigued. I wanted to read it immediately, and I have not gotten to it yet. And so when she recommended this to me, I was like, okay, perfect. Yes, thank you for giving me a book that I honestly think I'm gonna love this one. I really do. I think this is going to be a book that I really enjoy. So basically what this book is about, it's about a DNA test that determines who your soulmate is, because they've found that there's this gene that pairs each of us with our soulmate, right? So that's what this is in the book. That's what they say. And then I believe you have 5, yeah, okay, so we're following 5 very different people who have received the notification that they've been matched. And they're about to meet their one true love. But of course, you know, everyone has some secrets. So I believe this is a thriller. I don't know too much about it. Like I said, I've only heard really Nakia talk about it, but I think this could be so much fun. It reminds me of a YA book that I read in high school called Matched. I believe it was a trilogy, and it was like a dystopian YA novel, and I loved that. So I really think this could be right up my alley. I think this could really be a book that I enjoy, and I cannot wait. So those are the first set of people and first set of books that I will be reading and, you know, giving you my thoughts on as I'm going along in this vlog. And then part 2 will happen soon. You will see part 2, where we will have a new set of 3 people and a new set of 3 books, and we'll do it all over again. But yeah, thank you to Katrina and Alex and Nakia. I am so thankful that you said yes, and you gave me such great recommendations. I can't wait to read all of these. So yeah, that's been a long intro, but I wanted to let you know what was going on. And yeah, let's get into the vlog where I read these books and give my thoughts. Hey friends, so it is April 22nd, it's Friday, and I am about to start my first book that was recommended to me. This is actually Katrina's pick, and I'm going to be reading Kindred by Octavia E. Butler. I'm very excited, and yeah, I feel like this is going to be kind of out of my comfort zone because it is a science fiction. I mean, I know that some people told me it's not super science fiction-esque. It's more just like time travel-y. But I'm kind of nervous because I feel like it's going to be a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I am excited. And I'm actually in the middle of doing live sprints right now on my channel. So if you are watching me on Friday at 7 p.m. right now, my time, you'll probably see me doing this and you'll be like, what is she doing? But yeah, I'm actually doing live sprints, so I'm going to read and sprint with some people that are hanging out with me on the live. So yeah, I'm gonna start Kindred, and I'm really excited. I hope I like it, and thank you to Katrina for recommending this for me. But yeah, let's dive in. friends, just checking in. It is like 10:30 p.m. now. I just got done with the live. I had so much freaking fun. It was so fun. I love doing these lives. I don't know why I almost said I love stalking. I love chatting with you all. That is not the same thing. I love chatting with you all. I always have so much fun. So, update on les books. I am, how much am I? I'm on 17% into Kindred, because I'm on my Kindle. I think I forgot to say, but I'm checking this out from the library. I didn't read too much during the reading sprints because we were chatting like a lot, but I'm gonna keep reading tonight and hopefully I feel like I could get about 50% or more into this book tonight. So I'll probably be up for a little bit. I'll probably check in with you guys next in the morning, so Saturday morning, when I'm up and more like awake and stuff. So this will probably be my last check-in for Friday. But so far, enjoying Kindred. It is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of not what I expected it to be. It's easy to read, it's easy to follow. I like the time travel aspect, and I'm really interested to see where it's going. So I'm pretty into it so far. I'm liking it. It's a easy, fast read. So yeah, I mean, that's all I have to say about it right now. But yeah, so I guess I will talk to you all in the morning, and I'll update you on how far I make it after I am done checking in right now. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next check-in. Hello friends, it is Saturday, the next day after the last clip that you saw. It is about 5 p.m. now, and you're probably like, Erin, what happened checking in earlier? Okay, so I went to bed at 5 in the morning last night because Letty had a reaction to the antibiotic she's taking, and she was not feeling good, and I was not happy or excited to go to bed, and I was worried about her, so I stayed up as late as I could to just make sure she was okay. So I did not sleep a lot. I woke up at like 2 in the afternoon this afternoon. So I am, it's rough. It's rough. Okay. I'm exhausted. I'm in my bags. Look at how dark my under eye circles look. I look like I've been punched, but that's totally fine. As for an update on the book, I am 61% into Kindred, and I'm actually really enjoying this book. It's a lot different than I thought it was going to be. I told you that I was worried that it was like science fiction-y and that I was gonna be like not into it, but I'm actually surprised at how easy it's been to just get like sucked into the story. I also find that the writing is super easy and not overly like complicated, because sometimes I feel like, especially in the science fiction area, that I get kind of lost. Like I don't really understand what they're trying to say, and it's like too complicated and it goes over my head really easily. But I'm like super happy that this has been just easy to read and like easy to like comprehend. It's an insane story. Oh my gosh, I'm literally just like jaw dropping at every moment. Like, this is insane. I really like it though. I'm actually surprised at how much I like it. But yeah, this is actually such a interesting story, and there's so many things happening that I'm just like, okay, all right, this is insane, and it's actually horrifying. Like, this is actually terrifying, but it's flying by. It's going really quickly. I feel like I'm gonna be done within the next few hours. We're probably gonna go eat here in a minute, and then I'll be able to read some more, and I think I'll be able to start my second book tonight too. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how this ends, because I'm kind of anxious about the ending. I'm a little worried. So many things are happening and I don't have any answers yet, and I'm kind of freaked out. So yeah, but I guess that's it for the update. I don't really have anything else to update you all on yet. The next time you see me, I will hopefully be done. And I can tell you my full thoughts and like my opinions on Kindred. So until then, I will see you in a bit. Hello friends, so it is almost 3 in the morning. And the last time you saw me, it was, oh my gosh, when did the last time, I don't even know when the last time I checked in was. I'm so sorry. But I finished Kindred, and I am honestly so surprised that I liked it as much as I did. I finished it around, wow, 11:30 or 12 or something like that. I don't remember. But we were watching movies. We were watching Edward Scissorhands, and now we're watching Pirates of the Caribbean. So we got a little like sidetracked. That's why this is taking me so long to check in, and I'm exhausted. I need to go to sleep. I'm dying. I'm dead. I need to rest. So I actually didn't get to start the next book, but I'll start it tomorrow. But anyways, back to the book. I'm actually so surprised that I actually enjoyed it as much as I did. I never thought that I could like a science fiction novel. I mean, okay, to be fair, I think this is a great like beginner science fiction novel because it's not overly science fiction. It's just more like time travel, which I mean is a part of science fiction, but to me it's not like super heavy in science fiction. So I think for me it was easy to, I don't know, like not pay attention as much to that and just take the book for what it was and like just enjoy it that way. I was super nervous about how this book was gonna end because I did not know what to expect by it, but I think the ending is satisfying, and I don't want to say, I mean, like, see, it's so hard to say how, it's so hard to explain the ending because it's not necessarily a good ending, but it's not really a bad ending. It's kind of just an ending that like I don't expect it to end any other way. It's kind of bittersweet. It's sad, but like also, I don't know, like a little bit good and like happy in a sense. Like I don't know how to fully explain it because I mean the topics are so dark and heavy, so it can't necessarily be like this perfect, happy, wonderful ending, but it's just a very realistic ending and kind of just it makes sense for what the book is. So it was satisfying in that sense. I guess it's very complicated. I also really like that this book is easy to read, and I don't mean the subject matter because the subject matter is not easy to read. It's a very dark and tough book to read because it's very dark and very disturbing, and it talks about really upsetting things. But I mean it's easy to read in the sense of the way it's written is very easy to understand. And I feel like in the science fiction realm, another thing that scares me off is that I'm worried that I'm just not going to understand what they're talking about. I'm gonna feel really stupid and unintelligent and not intelligent, and that I just won't get the concepts or I won't get what they're saying, and it's gonna be like a mess, and it's gonna make me, I'm just not gonna enjoy it because it's gonna be super hard to understand. But I feel like this book is very, it's just an easy book to read. It's easy to comprehend. It flows nicely. It's very like simple and straightforward in terms of like what's happening and like the route it's going. It's not too complicated. It's not super hard to follow. It's easy. It's not overly complicated. It's a very straightforward type of story, and I appreciate that so much as someone who doesn't read a lot of science fiction and who is scared away by things like that. So I really appreciate that as well, and I think that's another thing that made me like it so much, is that I was just able to fully understand what was happening, and it didn't make my brain hurt or make me feel dumb or anything like that. It just was like an easy concept to read, and I liked that. Not talking about the material. The material is very hard to read. It is a very, very, very dark book, but I think it was extremely well done. I really, really enjoyed this. I am so surprised. I know, I don't know, I maybe I shouldn't have been that surprised. I don't know. I just didn't think I was gonna like it that much, but yeah, Katrina picked a great book for me, and I'm really happy that I got to have this opportunity to read it. I just feel like I never would have picked it up on my own because I would have been scared away by the science fiction label, and that would have put me off, but I'm glad that I was able to read it for this like reading vlog. I don't know, I'm really happy. I liked it. I liked it a lot. It was really good. Yeah, it was, I'm happy. So I can't wait to start the next book. I will start it tomorrow, technically today because it's already tomorrow because it's 3 in the morning, but I will check in with you all tomorrow and show you the next book, and yeah. So I will see you, well, you'll see me in a little bit, like in 2 seconds, but I'll see you when I wake up. So until then. Hello friends, so it is Sunday. It is about 3:30 p.m. I am running slightly behind today, but I am getting ready to film a YouTube video that you will see Tuesday, I believe. So I will be filming a video right now. I'm going to film some TikToks because I haven't posted on TikTok in 1,000 years. So I will be doing that next. But after that, I will be reading the rest of the day. And we are on to the next book for this vlog. And the next book is Alex's pick, and that is Cold Moon Over Babylon by Michael McDowell. And I'm very excited because I have never read a Michael McDowell yet, and I've heard everyone talk about this one, and it's supposed to be really, really good, and I'm intrigued. I don't know. I hope I like it. I hope it's good, but I mean, Kindred surprised the absolute crap out of me, so I feel like this one might surprise me as well. So yeah, I'm gonna get all that stuff done for today, all like work related things done, and then I will be reading. I might insert some clips of me filming TikToks and maybe of me filming. I don't know how like fun that will be, so I might not do it, but we'll see. Anyways, I'm gonna do all my work stuff, and then I will see you in the next check-in. Hello friends. So the last time you saw me was yesterday afternoon and I was reading for a little bit. I had just started Cold Moon Over Babylon. Well, it is Monday. It is about 12:30 in the afternoon now. And my night and evening was not spent reading, unfortunately. That's why I did not update you all. It was a long evening. If you know, recently I've had a lot of computer issues. I've been having like it's not super bad, but it's bad enough that it's hindering me when I edit and when I do lives, which I'm trying to do weekly now here on my channel. So it's been kind of a nuisance, and I wanted to kind of fix the problem before it got really bad and I didn't have a computer at all. I ended up having to go get a new laptop, and I have the new laptop. I have a case for the laptop, and yesterday I was trying to turn on the new laptop to switch all my stuff over from my old laptop to my new one. So this would be my first week using my brand new laptop. But lo and behold, my new laptop will not turn on. It's not turning on. I've been charging it for hours. It won't turn on. It's not making any noises, nothing. I contacted Apple support. I contacted Best Buy Geek Squad. No one can help me, so I'm going to have to take it in, and I think they're going to end up having to get me a new laptop because I think this one actually just won't work. I think it's just I don't know, maybe I just got a dud. I'm not really sure. So I stayed up until 3 in the morning and I was reading Cold Moon Over Babylon by Michael McDowell. I am 104 pages in. As you can see, I'm almost halfway through. And it's just now starting to pick up speed. I will say it's a little bit slow for my taste. I don't love super slow horror like this, but once it hit 70 pages, it started speeding up, and now I feel like we're gonna get to the meat of things and I'm gonna be into it a lot more. So I'm hoping that this is gonna be a turning point for me and I'm gonna absolutely love it now. But we just had the murder occur, and yeah, I think that's gonna be now that this has all happened, I feel like we're gonna go somewhere. I will say I'm going to be a little frustrated because it's kind of pointing to someone being the killer, and while I do think that this person makes the most sense and is kind of obvious as the killer, and it makes sense why they'll be the killer if they are, I'm really hoping that they aren't, because this is so early on. I don't want to know who the killer is this early on. I mean, I know it's not a murder mystery, but I want a little bit of suspense. I don't hate the way it's written. It's just kind of detail oriented. I feel like we're talking about a lot of things that don't seem super important, such as the blueberry farm that the Larkin family has. But I will say that I do think there is a point to the blueberry farm and some of the other things that are being talked about, and it'll be kind of oh yeah, that's why we talked about it for this long. It's kind of gonna make sense in the end. I hope that's why. I'm pretty sure I know why the blueberry farm is being mentioned so heavily, besides it being their livelihood, but I'm pretty sure I understand why it's being mentioned. We shall see if I'm correct in the end. But yeah, so far, I mean, I'm liking it. It's not my all-time favorite yet, but we'll see. I'm almost halfway through. So what I'm going to do today is read. I have to post on TikTok, I have to post on Instagram, and I have to edit a video for tomorrow. So today is kind of actually a busy day for me, unfortunately. I have a lot going on, so I hope I can get a lot read. But yeah, I have a lot to do. So I will update you if I get any farther in the book. I will update you if something happens. Okay, friends, so it is Tuesday around 12, almost 12:30. Wow, I almost forgot what day it is. So the last time you saw me, I had been editing, and I finally got around to reading after I freaking edited forever. Well, last night I ended up finishing Cold Moon Over Babylon. I have mixed thoughts. I enjoyed this book, but I have a lot of issues with it. Not a lot of issues with it. Mainly, it's slow. It's a slow book. It's a slow burn, like, gothic horror novel, which aren't always my favorite. We have talked about this before. I'm very particular about my slow burn gothic horror. And so the first, like, I would say 70 to 100 pages were slow. They were slow, okay? And so I was like pushing through. I was like, you can do this, Erin. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And then I got to the part where things got interesting, like I said, and I was here for it. My biggest complaint is that I feel like everyone in this book is stupid. Like, I don't understand how no one noticed what was going on. In the aspect of, you know, the supernatural, but also in the aspect of who the killer was. To me, it just felt like people were not paying attention, they were ignoring signs, and they were just pretending not to see anything. I don't know if it's the time period, or I don't know if I'm just being too hard on it, but like, to me, these people were just ignoring things that were so dumb. Like, when the killer was like, when I found out who the killer was, I was like, okay, everyone should be able to see this. And then everyone's just like, and I'm like, people. And then the killer does so many dumb things that makes it so obvious that they're the killer. And then it's like, still people are like, you know, whatever. Why? Why is everyone so dumb in this book? Why? It's irritating. 2, the killer is obvious, which irritates me. I wanted more of a mystery around that. I did think it was cool, you know, the ghosts. I liked it. The supernatural elements. I was here for it. But overall, I just had, like, I was just frustrated. I was like, how is this happening? Like, how is this allowed to be happening? I don't know if it's because it's, like, a small town and the time period and people are just not paying attention, but I was getting frustrated, okay? So, this isn't my favorite book. I will read more by Michael McDowell, but I don't think this will be my favorite just because it was kind of frustrating for me to read. I do think that if you like a southern gothic horror, slow burn, supernatural kind of book, you'll probably really enjoy this. It's very all those things. So, you know, or if you like Michael McDowell's writing, you'll probably enjoy this a lot. I would probably give it like a 3 stars, maybe 3.5. I think that's where I'm feeling right now. So yeah, I'm sorry, Alex. Thank you for recommending it to me. I'm happy that I got to read it. It wasn't particularly for me, unfortunately. I just had a little bit of issues with it, but I did have a lot of fun reading it. I didn't DNF it. I didn't want to DNF it. So, I mean, I think that's a win. And I did enjoy it overall. I just, you know, was a little frustrated while reading it, but I'm still happy I got to read it, and I think Alex picked a great book for me to try. Like, this is definitely something that I probably wouldn't have picked up on my own, so thank you, Alex. Next up, we're on to Nakia's pick, which is The One by John Mars. I'm very excited about this one. It looks like it's long. Is it over 400 pages? It's over 400 pages. It is 438. So it's Tuesday. I am going to edit this video on Wednesday, so I need to finish this book by tomorrow morning. I gotta finish this book by tomorrow morning so I can finish this video and get this for you all up on Thursday. So let's hope that I can do this, because this is kind of a chunk. This is kind of a chonker. So luckily Tuesday is my reading day. I don't have anything else planned besides talking to Justin on the phone for lunch and sitting my happy butt down and reading on the bed with my little pup in my lap. So luckily for me, I don't have anything else to do, so I should be able to get a good hearty chunk of this book done. Yeah, so I don't really have anything planned today. I'll just be sitting here reading, and that's all I really have to update you on. I'm gonna start this one here as soon as I get off the phone with Justin. He's gonna call me in like 10, 15 minutes, I think. I'm gonna eat some lunch, and yeah, then we're gonna begin. I'm checking in. It's 6 p.m. I think. Justin just got home from work. I am doing my first check-in. Look, I should have checked in forever ago, but let me tell you, I've been invested in this book. I'm on page 219, chapter 51. Look, like halfway through. Nakia, I love you. You did not tell me what a roller coaster this book was gonna be. Literally, I have so many emotions while reading this book. Look, okay. Okay, let's start from the beginning, because I'm all over the place. The chapters are extremely short, like so quick to get through. I am flying through this book. I am reading at lightning speed. I am just whoosh, 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 whoosh. I will for sure be done like tonight or into the early hours of the morning, because I might stay up all night reading it depending on how late it takes me. But the chapters, boom, 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 literally so fast. I am like, they're so nice. I love short chapters. I did not know how many emotions I was gonna feel while reading this. I have laughed, I have felt happy, I have felt sad, I have been on the verge of crying so many times. I'm probably gonna cry. Like, I feel like in my bones I'm gonna cry. I did not know how many emotions I was gonna feel while reading this. I thought this was just gonna be a generic thriller. Okay, like I thought this was just gonna be a thriller, like a DNA test that tells you who your soulmate is, who your match is, who your one true love is. Okay. And like, okay, I've read books like this in the past, like Matched, that dystopian trilogy that I've talked about. There's other things like this, but I feel like I thought the DNA test, like, it's a big part of the story, obviously, but there's so many other things happening. Like, each couple has their own thing going on, and they're all so different from each other. I actually enjoy every character, like every POV that we're reading from, except for one. I feel like there's one that I like just don't care about. I don't care about them, and I'm not going to talk about it because it's spoilery. I don't like them very much, but it's kind of obvious, I guess, why. But I like each character minus this person that we're not talking about. They're not included. Every other character I absolutely love and I'm invested in, and I'm genuinely wanting to know where their story is going and where we're headed, you know? Like, I'm very much invested. I'm very much invested. This has been a whirlwind, okay? Like, I think this is so far the most surprising, next to Kindred, because Kindred I just didn't think I was gonna like at all. But Kindred like surprised me by being like absolutely like, I was like into it, you know? This, I feel like I just expected it to be like a typical thriller, and it's not at all. This is a very interesting thriller because it's not quite what I would have expected, but it's still surprising me. Every chapter is leaving me with like a whoa, and every twist has been twisty. I can't figure out where this book is going. Like, I don't know what's coming next. I can't predict it. And I absolutely love that. I love that I can't predict what's coming. So I am very much looking forward to finding out what lies ahead for all these couples. So I will update you once something happens, once I finish it, or something big, major happens, or if I start feeling differently or anything like that. But yeah, otherwise I'm just gonna get some snacks, eat, and hang out with Justin since he is now home. So I'll check in with you guys later. Okay, friends, it is midnight, but I actually finished the book like 30 minutes ago. So I finished it before midnight, so it still counts. Well, actually, it would have counted if I had to finish it tomorrow morning, but whatever, it doesn't matter. This book, oh my god, I don't think I've read a book that had me so like sucked in and like enamored. I finished this in one day. I haven't finished a book in one day in months. I haven't been this sucked into a book in months. I swear I was getting a whiplash every chapter. The chapter would happen and just like whoopoosh, and it would hit me, and then the next chapter would happen and I'd be another way, and then the next, and then literally over and over and over again, because every chapter ends at a cliffhanger. You are always, and then it's multiple POVs, so the first POV will end in a cliffhanger, but then you don't get to find out what happens next because it's to the next POV, and then the next, and then the next, and the next, and then once you cycled through the 5 POVs, you go back to the beginning. So it's like almost like after the cliffhanger, I'm so enamored, and then I go to the next one and there's a cliffhanger, and then by the time I'm cycled back to the first one, I'm like, oh frick, I forgot that happened, because so much is happening. So much is happening in this book at one time, and I didn't predict like any of it. I think I predicted like a little bits here and there, but nothing like major, because the big stuff never saw coming. The big stuff never saw it. It was, whew. I had so many emotions while reading this book. I was happy, I was sad, I was weirded out. I was like, what is going on? Where is this going? When I was at the halfway point, I was like, I have no idea where the second half of this book is going, because the first half was so crazy that I was like, where is it going? It can't get any crazier than this. I was wrong. It can get crazier, and it did. This book is a whirlwind. I loved it. It was great. It was so good. I think my biggest complaint is one of the POVs I was like not as invested in, and I told you already that it wasn't like my favorite POV. I was like, meh, whatever. Didn't really care about them. And then at the end, I was kind of more invested in that POV, but not enough to match like the other POVs and the other couples. Like, I didn't care as much about that little particular thing that was going on. And then at the end, I feel like I would have liked like a little bit more closure, just like a tiny bit. I feel like the end I was kind of like, what? No, you're just gonna stop. You're just gonna leave me. That's it. Okay. Like, I don't have any words, okay? I really enjoyed it. It was really good. I haven't been this sucked in so long, and I feel like this kind of reinvigorated me. I feel like I've been having a lot of trouble with reading lately, and April's been a super slumpy month, and I haven't been really invested or interested in any books, and this, like, just, like, it brought me back to life. So, Nakia, I love you. Thank you so much. You saved my butt recommending this to me, and it's amazing, and I loved it. It was so crazy. I loved it. I'll never not think about this book. It's insane. And honestly, I was thinking about my relationship while this was happening, and I was like, would I? No. And then at the end, I was like, no, I would not. I would not try the match DNA. I wouldn't try it. Nope. I've seen what happens. I'm good. I'm gonna No, but it does make you rethink things. It's very interesting because I was kind of like thinking about things in the back of my head, and yeah, no, I get the it got my mind wandering. So very interesting, very thought inducing book. There you have it. I read 3 books recommended to me by 3 booktubers. So thank you again to Katrina, Alex, and Nakia. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for being my first trio up. There will be a part 2 coming at you all with 3 other booktubers that I asked. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that in the intro to this video, but there is a part 2 to this video that will be up soon with 3 new books and 3 new booktubers, which I'm very excited about as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed me doing my little reading vlog thing. I hope you enjoyed seeing how I felt about these books and trying things that were kind of out of my comfort zone. So if you did, please give me a thumbs up. That way I know that you like it and then I can keep doing these in the future. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to my channel. That way we can become friends, talk about books, manga, movies, spooky things, horror, thrillers, all that fun stuff. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!